Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're talking about feminine energy, and that feminine energy is not a look or a set of behaviors, but instead, feminine energy is a frequency that you emit through your body. This is really important because oftentimes we think that if we just do X, Y, Z and look this way and follow this behavior, and then everyone will receive us as feminine or as femininity or as our feminine energy. And couldn't be further from the truth. This has been a long journey for myself. You guys know that I spent decades in primarily my masculine energy because of certain things that happened in my childhood and in my conditioning, in my programming. And so I went through a long period of deconditioning and shedding all of that and reactivating my femininity. So think of feminine energy as this frequency. So your body is both a transmitter and a receiver of this energy and of all other energies. So it is what comes from you naturally when you are not in your head, when you're not programmed to run in your masculine energy. Why mistaking feminine behaviors for feminine energy is wrong is because when you say, okay, I'll just do this, this, and this, and then I'll be feminine, by definition, that's masculine energy because that's outcome oriented, right? And yes, in the long term, maybe if you change your behaviors enough, maybe the feminine energy would come through. But if you're doing that also as a part of conditioning, oh, don't act like this, act like this, and then I will be feminine, it's still not you. It's still not your natural femininity that's coming from within. So really think about this from a frequency. Now, a lot of times when I go deeper into this work on my YouTube channel, about 80% of you guys are like, oh my God, this is great. This is next level. And then some people can't really understand it, or some even get upset. The thing is, if you're trying to learn feminine energy from your brain, from your mind, and from the program, you're not going to get it. It's not going to make any sense because feminine energy is so intangible. It's so something that naturally emerges from you. There's nothing that you can do to behave in this way. And a great example of this, I believe, is Marie Kondo. So a few years ago, you guys remember Marie Kondo had this show on Netflix, Tidying Up, I think it was called. Well, recently she has another show on Netflix, and I only saw like 15 minutes of it. But if you mute it, don't listen to anything, and even if you like paused it and put up Marie Kondo and mute it and watch her for like 15 seconds and then pause it on a scene where you can see her. And notice that she is not doing anything. She's barely saying anything on the show because she has a translator. She doesn't speak English. And yet femininity is just oozing out of her. It's just like coming out of every pore. It's like in her, around her, above her, below her. Like it's like she's like swimming in it. She's like marinating in it, but it's coming from within her. You can clearly see this on her. Is she acting feminine? No, right? Is she's like, okay, let me wear this dress and like put on makeup and then no, it's just, that's just who she is naturally because she is not conditioned to think otherwise. She is not programmed to think anything other than what she naturally is. So when you are deconditioning, deprogramming through inner work, through releasing things, you become less dense and more energy. What this means is that your heart is open, your body is open, and people can feel you more. They can feel your being, your movements become naturally very fluid. You're not like contrived, like I have to sit like this and I have to walk with a book on my head. That's behaving in a feminine manner. It's acting feminine. It's not really your femininity. Someone can go to etiquette school and practice walking with the book and be all poised and be super masculine about it, right? Because the energy that they're running from their body is masculinity. It's outcome focused. It's, I want to look elegant. I want to be received as elegant. It's not the natural embodiment of elegance coming through their being because that's what they're animating in the moment. It's two very different things if you really allow yourself to listen from your heart and not from your brain. Okay, so one of the things that I teach is to start animating and running different energies from your body. This one helps you release anything that you don't want to animate, right? Like stuck emotions and things like that, and process them and let them go so that your natural femininity can start running from your body. Okay, so I hope the people that don't understand, you're not going to get mad. Some of you guys get really mad with this information, but this is the true teaching of feminine energy. This is the true embodiment. Notice we don't call it feminine behaviors. We don't call it feminine look. It's feminine energy. Feminine energy, which is coming from within you when you're not dense. When you're really, really in your head and you're like computing stuff and figuring stuff out and being really logical, no, nothing wrong with that, but that's not you being in your natural feminine energy, right? Can you see that? So when I'm coaching clients, I can literally feel their energy go in their head when they're answering a question. I'm like, no, I asked you to tell me how you feel from your body. Oh my God, Mina, how did you know? I can feel the energy going up. I can feel you becoming very dense all of a sudden in that moment. Okay, so feminine energy is a frequency that comes from your body. It is not something that you like, it's not a set of behaviors that you take on. So someone can be very much in their head and like learn to walk and talk and dress like a feminine being, but not be sending that energy and not be received as feminine in that moment. Doesn't mean it can't change moment to moment, but in that moment. Okay, so if you guys want to learn more about feminine energy, I have a feminine energy mega course with over 60 hours of content on feminine energy. This is like that PhD Netflix version of feminine energy work. It's called the Feminine Energy Mega Course. It's linked in the description box. And there's currently a little flash sale going on it. There is a payment plan as well. So if you want to really study true, authentic femininity and what it means as a frequency, as an embodiment, this is going to be great for you. So when you're in your femininity, when you're less dense and more energy, you speak more with your body and your eyes. So your body becomes a transmitter, right? So I can give my husband one look and he can feel an immense amount of love coming from my body and he can receive that love, versus I can tell him I love you very much, you know, with no energy attached to it. And it's like, oh, just words, right? It doesn't land, right? This is how you can, when you're a mom, you can give your child one look and they know they better, you know, stop doing what they're doing in a party or something like that, because we naturally know how to emit and transmit energy. Like we're naturally transmitters as women, especially, but we have forgotten this because we've been conditioned to think more with our head, more with our logic, more with our rational thinking skills, which are useful on some accounts, but not when you're trying to make love with the world, right? So when you know how to use your body as a transmitter, you can mesmerize someone with the look that you give them. You can intoxicate him with the way that you make eye contact. You can get a man at a party with one look to come and walk over you because you know how to send that signal from your body's transmission versus, oh my God, he's looking at me. Is he going to come over? Like you're totally dense right now and in your head. And that's what he's receiving. He's receiving that nervous energy, that dense energy. And he's like, I better not, right? It's all happening subconsciously. He's like, I better not approach her. She's nervous. Maybe she's not interested. So real femininity it's where you become the receiver and the transmitter from your body. Yes, this work is not for sissies. I often talk about this. This is hardcore work because our nervous systems have been trained to be so dense and so in our head and so like heavy, but that's not femininity. We are literally feminine energy. Divine feminine means love light. That's the literal definition of divine feminine, love light. So when you're heavy and you're dim and you're all in your head, you can't be love light. You can't transmit love from your heart, right? You're in your head, you're transmitting head energy. All right. So this is what I mean when I say, don't connect to him head to head, connect to him heart to heart. Also, quick announcement before I let you guys know, this Friday, September 10th, is the Conscious Couture Coaching Intensive. And I know there's the word coaching in there, but this is actually a really deep intensive on really feminine and conscious communication. This is where you learn to connect with someone heart to heart, soul to soul. And yes, this is a very useful technique and skills to have when you're coaching healers, teachers, caregivers in all of those disciplines, but also when you're, a mother or a father, or just want to upgrade your communication skills and not be speaking from the program to the program, but from the soul to the soul, right? And this is very transformative, very healing for the other person and for you. So if you really want to start connecting with people on a soul level and not just this superficial, hi, talking about the weather and just like, and nothing wrong with that, but like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm so over that, right? Like, I want to show me your soul because I'm bearing mine. So show me your soul. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. So if you guys are interested in that, the Coaching Couture Intensive is linked below, and you get the container course free as a bonus with that. It's included. It's in that course dashboard. So if you purchase now, you can start binge watching the FemFortune container course and then meet me live on Friday for the coaching intensive. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.